that we know that Brent's looking for him. We don't know up in this point, though, that that Taylor knows Brent until he says, "You're Brent."
So I guess we're both supposed to put that Taylor is confused when he says "You're Brent," because he says Brent says Taylor, and Taylor goes, "You're Brent," and then Brent comes back, "My God, Taylor," and Taylor goes, "Brent." So was that supposed to be just general confusion, and he didn't know, and he just didn't recognize Brent right away, and then he did when he goes Brent a few seconds later, or have they never really ever formally been introduced? Because it's very vague.
I don't know.
Now,
I thought the same things.
The script basically says Taylor knows him immediately. Brent, how in the Taylor? I mean, the script did not have that confusion in it. The script just had, the script had as if they recognize each other for the first time.
I'm sure that's Charlton going, shouldn't I look at him and think, you aren't on the same level as me. You're Brent. He wanted to act like it was suddenly Moses coming down with the 10 commandments.
15 commandments.
I'm sorry, 15. My bad.
10 commandments.
I found their bro hug very awkward. He leans in and yeah, you're right. I didn't even check it. How tall is James Franciscus? Because Heston is towering over him. I don't know.
Let's use Internet Movie Database to go James Franciscus
height.
Yeah, when you want to find him, there's nothing like podcasting while someone's typing. So according to them, he was 5'10.5", which means he was 5'9".
Right. Yeah. Code.
And Charlton Heston was, drumroll please, 6'3".
Oh, there you go.
God, he was huge.
Well, that explains the disparity. I mean, he might really be 5'10" if he's really 6'3".
Yeah.
Well, that answers some question. That answers a note I have for future minutes. All right.
Okay. So Heston kind of leans in. He grabs Brent by the triceps, and Brent reaches up and grabs Heston by the shoulders, gripping onto the pad of the jacket, and it's just kind of an awkward.
Don't get too close. Got to keep our dicks away from each other.
Kind of, but it wasn't. I mean, I didn't expect them to hug if they didn't really know each other, but it was just kind of an odd grasp. Like I would have done one of those. One of the bro hugs where
handshake.
You kind of handshake, but your right shoulder and their left shoulder kind of touch as you kind of hug them on the back. It wouldn't be like a full 2-arm bear hug.
You could do the thing like where you're handshaking, and if you and I were doing it, where I also grab your upper arm. And just something like
that. Yeah,
there's a connection that's more than a simple "hello, how are you?" That we know each other somehow. And now we're in this hell that is the planet of the apes.
These are actors that don't know how to do this particular moment. I mean, that's basically what it looked like to me.
Or we get the all-white version of Predator where they two just grasp hands and try to muscle the other one down.
I end up thinking this is very unfair. I don't know that I've ever seen anything as Ted posted. I keep going back to the consistent issue here is the direction of how people act and react. Mr. Post may not have been helping as much as he could. We have quotes from Linda and from Kim both saying that things were not the same as when they had Franklin Schaffner. So Mr. Post may not have done the best job in the whole world of helping his actors find interesting ways to do things.
They had a couple of nice moments where they had the light casting through on the cell wall, so you could see the bars behind them. And it wasn't really on them so much as it was behind them, so you got a sense they were in a prison cell.
I think part of that might be, Chekhov's gun, where they're trying to really point out the bars because of later use.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think but the cool thing is that Shadow also continues to say that there is danger all around.
Yeah.
And you can't trust things, and
nothing's comfortable.
That even though they're together at that moment, in that moment, the shadow separates them. They're not as close as they may think. So I think it's a good use of Shadow that does all of the above.
So Taylor then asks during the hug, "How the hell did you get here?" And Brent replies, "I came the same way you did. Spaceship, Ape City, subway." And it was just kind of a weird...
How would he know that, first of all?
Well, that's just it. How the hell did you get here? I came by the same way you did, Spaceship, Ape City, subway. And I just felt like there was maybe a little more excitement or exposition that I wanted to get out of that.
Because technically Taylor didn't come through the subway. He fell through a rock illusion, so we don't know how he got there. But anyways.
Or that there was even Ape City as a possibility.
How would he know Taylor's adventures?
I mean, it would have been, how the hell did you get here? Spaceship, we fell through the same time slip. we need to get back. I mean, I would have.
Or does it matter how it got here? The only truth is we've got to get out.
How I got here doesn't matter. How we're getting out of here.
No, in the next moment, some of the stuff that did get kind of cut out of this moment does kind of talk about, was your commander with you? He's dead. That stuff did get cut from this moment.
So in this moment, we do get Taylor asking about where's Nova, right?
No, he misses Nova.
He's horny again.
It's been
he
months.
wants more loving.
He says, spaceships, Ape City, subway, and Taylor says, by yourself? And then Brent goes, no, Nova found me.
Okay.
He does cut out the line. The lines that were cut out are, you're 2,000 years too late. Service never was much good. Is your commander with you? He's dead. He went blind and blew along on reentry. Then how Nova found me was supposed to be that line. Not by yourself. No, Nova found me.
And I know that
we know that Nova knows Taylor because she has the dog tags.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. I was trying, and I know that we've also had Zira and Cornelius talking about how they love him. They know Nova too.
Yeah.
So that he at least has enough information to know that Taylor knows Nova.
I mean, it's a logic chain that the audience should follow, but it is a shortcut to what we would have wanted. I would have wanted as a writer for this moment.
Agreed.
It's a shortcut of the explanation that I would have wanted if I were actually writing this out but the audience would follow that logic.
Well, I wonder if the audience is going to follow when we get to the next minute, when they begin to do things that there's no reason for them to really do.
They're dancing.
Is that what it is? It's a dance moment? Well, I'm going to throw the gavel down and say I think that we've pretty much taken minute 79 as far as it can go.
There's one thing I have to say. Whenever Brent said that they tried to make me kill Nova, I expected Taylor just to go, you son of a bitch, and punch him right there.
Well, that would have been better than what we're about to get.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this. Brent says, I don't know where she is. They separated us. They were trying to make me kill her. I think that's actually a really nice way to end this minute going into the next minute, because it is kind of setting up the scenario we're about to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will throw out my exception to that tomorrow. So that's minute 79 in the books. We will see you guys tomorrow with minute 80. That'll be the Friday for the week. Until then, for Richard and Sean, I'm Todd. Have a great day.
Bye everybody.
Beneath the minute of the apes. Beneath the minute of the apes. Beneath the minute of the apes.
The only good human is a dead human.